Superintendent. Thank you.
I'm Tony Perry, and we're here today talking with Keith Kilby, who's a candidate for Morgan County Road Superintendent. Keith, I want you to tell me something about yourself, perhaps that people don't know.
Tony, I've always been a people person. I love people. I never meet a stranger. Love my family. That's, to me, the most important thing in life. Whether life may be good for you sometimes or bad, family's most important. I've got two beautiful children. I got one little girl, she's 3, and a little boy, he's 1. And they mean the world to me.
Tell me about your background.
Well, Tony, I've been in and around excavating road construction all my life. Even as a child, my dad would take me to work with him, and I would ride on his knees as he would load coal trucks. Right after high school, I worked for the Kilby County Road Department for a while, and later came back to work in the family business, and that's all I've ever done. That's all I know, and I enjoy it. A lot of people are not as fortunate as myself in being able to have the career and do the job that you love to do, and I've been blessed in that.
Keith, what would you like to see happening that perhaps isn't happening under the current road superintendent?
One of the very first things that I would like to see happen, Tony, is renewing the relationships with other elected officials, and not only the elected officials, but taxpayers of the county. I think that's a very important issue if you have good public relations. And like I said earlier, I'm a people person. I love people, and I think that if you are a public servant, that you need those skills to do the job as you need to do it.
So is this the first time you've considered running for Morgan County Road Superintendent?
No, sir. I had intended on running for road superintendent in 2006. And
why did you decide not to run?
Well, there was a friend of the present road superintendent, an acquaintance of mine, approached me, and he said, I hate to see you guys run against each other. He said, would you be willing to meet with the present road superintendent? He's got some thoughts and ideas that you may want to hear. And I said, well, yeah, that's no problem. I'll meet with him. So we met, and he let me know that he only needed a short time to acquire the time he needed to retire, and basically that's all that he needed. And we came to agreement that I would not run in 2006 if he wouldn't run in 2010, and shook hands on it, and that's how it happened.
I probably don't really have to ask this question, but I'm going to. How do you feel about Mr. Smith not keeping his word?
Well, it's disappointing to me, Tony. Of course, I had basically, I feel like that I had put my life and my family's life on hold to not deprive him of something that he needed. So it's a shock to me, but I've always felt like if I have a deal with anybody and I shake their hands on it, I'm going to do my best to follow through and keep my word and what I say I did. And I had told in a letter published to the Morgan County newspaper that my intentions would be to run for road superintendent 2010. I've kept my word.
Do you have a copy of those letters?
Yes, sir. So I would like to read those letters if you
go ahead.
mind. I'll read my letter first and the entirety of it. And the newspaper had actually put some quotes in mine also, so I'll start with mine first. Keith Kilby, who was recently certified by the state to be a candidate for road superintendent, has decided he will not be a candidate in this year's election. I want to express my heartfelt appreciation to all the many voters who expressed their support for my candidacy for road superintendent. He went on to say that he believes a person should not make major decisions in life without much prayer and thought as to how it will not only affect themselves, but how it will affect others. I have contemplated for weeks on whether or not I should enter the race, and if elected, how my being elected would affect the lives of others that I care about. He went on to say that there were two main factors that weighed heavily on his decision, one being the family family business, and the other, the fact that he has learned that present road superintendent Roy Smith needs a little more time before he's ready to retire. I could not in good conscience deprive Mr. Smith, who has served as road superintendent of Morgan County for many years, of completing the time he needs for retirement. For these reasons, I will not be a candidate for road superintendent in 2006. As for the future, I plan to seek this office in 2010. I say again, I consider Roy and Barbara Smith my friends and wish God's blessings upon the Smith family. Although Kilby had received approval from the state as a qualified candidate to seek the office, he had not returned his petition to the Morgan County Election Commission office and will not need to officially withdraw as a candidate. Now that was my letter, Tony, and here's Mr. Smith's letter that was submitted. I am writing in response to the letter that the Morgan County News ran on behalf of Keith Kilby's withdrawal of his bid for election to the office of Road Superintendent. I realize that his decision has been based largely on consideration for me. I want to take this opportunity to say thanks to him personally and to point out to the citizens of our county that this shows a great deal more character than you would ever expect to find in a politician. Also, I realize that his family is depending on him heavily in the family business, and this shows me that he also has the county's interest at heart as well, because he wants to be ready to commit 100% to the county and the road office when the time is right for him. A person of that caliber and character is unusual in today's society, and I appreciate his integrity and concern for his county and its people. I feel honored that Keith considers me and my family his friends and appreciate him wishing us well. Roy Smith.
Why Keith Kilby? Morgan County deserves a man of integrity as their next road superintendent. Keith is a man of direction, honest and qualified, dedicated to family, friends, and Morgan County. Vote Keith Kilby on August 5th. The time is right to elect Keith Kilby, Morgan County Road Superintendent.